Are you looking for the best subwoofer? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best subwoofer on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Rockville Rockshaker 10. You don't always have to spend a lot of money to have an exciting bass experience. Sometimes, you're simply looking for a product to satisfy your needs on a budget. If this is the case, then this Rockville Rockshaker 10-inch subwoofer should be a good choice for you. It's a plain-looking subwoofer but does a great job of producing smooth low ends. On the outside, it sports an MDF wood body, giving it a nice, warm sound. On the inside, there is a Class D amplifier that ties the whole thing together. While it doesn't have much going for it in terms of design, it's well worth the money you spend as far as its sound is concerned. It has a frequency range of 20 to 200 Hz. And with a standard 300 watts RMS and 600 watts peak SPL, it's swell at handling higher volumes. So, you get a clear bass sound without too much distortion. There is the issue of a slight humming sound from the unit, but nothing too nerve-wracking. Number 2. SVSSB 2000 Pro. Another SBS subwoofer on the list, the SB2000 Pro is a step higher, or lower I should say, than the SB1000 Pro. In some ways, it shares a lot of features with its predecessor. However, SB2000 Pro is significantly more powerful. Pros: captures super low frequencies, supports Bluetooth, high max SPL. Cons: a bit pricey. While it also features a 12-inch high excursion SBS driver, much like its smaller sibling, its RMS wattage sits at 550 watts with an incredible peak of 1500 plus watts. Handling distortion at high volumes is no problem. The factory frequency response for the SB2000 Pro is 19 to 240 Hz. Although, it can go as low as 17 Hz. So, you're going to hear bass notes you didn't even know existed, with brilliant clarity. All this, along with the sealed cabinet, makes for a great overall subwoofer. Number 3. Sony Sax9. No list about audio equipment is ever complete without mentioning Sony, one of the most recognizable brands on the planet. With the Sax9, Sony has almost redefined what an affordable subwoofer can do. With a 10-inch subwoofer, the Sax9 is a great addition to any home theater setup. However, it works even better with Dolby Atmos speakers. The only real downside is probably the weak power output. Even with just 115 W peak output, however, it packs a deadly punch. You'll hear a tight and thudding bass. Also, the MRC fiber cabinet does a good job of handling high-pressure situations, preventing unwanted noise and distortion. Number 4. Sonos Sub. In a digital world where there is voice command in almost every device, it makes sense that your subwoofer, too, has voice control. And that's what the Sonos Sub brings to the table. Well, that and an incredibly deep bass sound. This is a more premium subwoofer, and that should be evident in its price tag. But the great thing about it is that it's wireless. You connect it through Wi-Fi, and if you have an Amazon Alexa device, you can control it through voice commands. As far as its bass sound is concerned, it's pretty great. It captures frequencies as low as 25 Hz, bringing out the best of your music or movie. The Class D amp, along with the body itself, absorbs vibrations and noise, making a significantly better audio experience. The Sonos Sub pairs best with Sonos Beam, Playbar, and Playbase, but you can use it with other speakers. All you have to get started is download the Sonos app and configure your device. From there, you can control volume, gain, EQ, and so forth. Number 5. Yamaha NSSW100BL. If you know music, you know Yamaha. The company has, year after year, produced high-quality music products from equipment to instruments. And the NSSW100BL does the brand full justice. The subwoofer features a 10-inch driver for tight bass sounds. Capturing as low as 25 Hz, you can really hear a lot of intricacies. In just one listen, you'll understand the hype behind this subwoofer. At just 50 W, the amp output might be a little low for some. However, it handles distortions and noise like a boss. Its peak comes to 100 watts, but, naturally, there could be some distortion if you push the sub too far. Number 6. Bic Acoustech PL202. The Bic Acoustech PL202 is a dream subwoofer for an audiophile. In that, it produces excellent low ends and does not ask you to spend an absolute fortune. For a modest price, you get quality, first and foremost. First of all, the Bic Acoustech PL202 is a powerhouse of a subwoofer. With a 12-inch driver, it can handle a peak power of 1000 watts. And it's a very controlled, clear sound instead of flimsy vibrations. It also has a frequency response that goes as low as 20 Hz. So, you'll hear very deep bass notes clearly. Its wide port flares reduce noise while the box itself absorbs unwanted noise. It is a fairly bulky subwoofer, but that just adds to the durability of the product.